Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome. And look who I've got with me. I'm so thrilled. I got Shari,
Hi,
the voice
everybody.
from the swamp. It's so good to have you on here, honestly.
I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this for the last
I'm
couple of weeks.
glad. Shari's son set up everything for her so she could just sit down and be with us today. So I appreciate it, Shari's son. Oh. So you want to say hello to some people? Can you see
I
the
do.
chat? Yeah.
Let's see. We got
Okay.
Ron. We got Jennifer. We got Lisa.
Yeah. We
He
got
pulled it up on his
Starfish.
TV. So,
Starfish
yeah.
and Sandra and
Oh, yeah.
Jennifer. Yeah.
Okay. Starfish, Sandra.
Lisa
Hi,
Yeager.
everybody.
Yeah. Hi, Sharon Sipe. It's good to see you too.
Hi, Sharon.
Wow.
And
So now you're on the other side, Shari. How
now
does it
I'm on the other
feel?
side.
How does it feel? Pretty fun?
It feels all right. It's
Yeah.
I'm not as freaked out about it as I guess some people could be, but
Okay.
probably because I watch my son do it all the time. So it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
no
It
big
comes
deal.
second nature after a while. Then, yeah. Oh, hello, Melinda and Butterfly Kisses and
Oh
Suzanne.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Teresa.
Teresa
Yeah.
and yeah,
One.
he put the YouTube page up on the TV that
Uh-huh.
he's got right behind the computer. And
Okay.
so he could blow it up real big so I didn't have to put my glasses on.
There you go. I need somebody to do that here. Send him out here.
I will. I'll rent them out to you. Hi,
I
Gina.
mean, Jennifer's got her daughter McKenna that can help her do that, and it's nice to have somebody there to set things up.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because I'm completely tech challenged.
Oh, me too. Well, I get through it, but
I
hi,
wouldn't be able
Gina.
to, and it's
Hi,
funny
Gina.
because I work in the computer science department at
Oh, you
school.
do?
I can't do nothing with computers. I mean, I can work on them,
Uh-huh.
Word and Excel
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. But as far as doing all of this, no,
Yeah.
that's
There's
way above my pay grade.
Well, one of my students told me today about the generational differences. And of course, there've always been generational differences. But with technology, there's such a huge shift if you don't keep up with it. I mean, it's good because you know how to send an email. Yeah. You can go on YouTube. There's a lot of people that don't know how to even do that, Shari.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, well,
so.
welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm going to start asking you some questions.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
I'm ready.
This, of course, is another piece of our resilience series.
I love this series you're doing. I really do.
That's good.
I think it's going to be. I watched you and Helen earlier, and she's so right when when y'all were talking about how because people don't really write anymore.
Yeah,
they don't journal anymore. How important this kind of stuff is going to be in the future.
Right.
For people to look back and see how we got through this.
How we got through it. We have only a few examples of how people got through the past ones that were, right. I mean, the one, what was it? Helen said Daniel Defoe wrote about the great,
the 1918 plague, I think it was.
Well, no, this one was the 1666.
Oh, the 16th,
London, okay. Whatever. But yes, the 1918. We have some pictures. The Black Death, yes.
Yeah.
We have some pictures, and we probably have a lot of diaries about how people dealt with it in 1918. But we went from 1918 flu right into World War I, so we had a lot of junk there too. Interesting,
exactly.
That we have that. So, I asked Helen. I'll ask you. I'll ask most people. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us. I already know, but tell us why your voice is from the swamp.
No. Well, I was born in Louisiana. I've lived here off and on most of my life. And back in 1999, when we got our first computer, my son was in high school. And the first time it came up, you need an avatar name, you need a screen name, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what to put. And he said, put Swamp Lady, Mom. Nobody else has that name. And I went, okay, that's kind of cool. And then I still have that name on a lot of my stuff. It's still Swamp Lady.
Okay.
Without the A, just SWMPLADY.
Okay.
Like my Twitter and Instagram and all that, I think is all Swamp Lady.
Okay.
But when I started seriously thinking about doing something with my channel on YouTube, which I've had for years and literally had nothing on it.
Right.
I started thinking about it, and I thought, well, I'm literally just a couple of miles from the swamp, and I've always been very drawn and interested in the paranormal, ghost stories, tarot, all that kind of stuff. It's always been very intriguing for me. And I thought, well, that would be, I could just like be a voice from the swamp. And then I thought, well, maybe voices from the swamp. And I just kind of,
voices. Yeah.
it just came to me and it felt right. So it was like, okay, this is what I'm going to do.
You only did this though, right when you had the hurricane coming your way. Is that right?
Right. That's when I decided to start putting stuff on my channel.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fascinating.
I decided to do a video blog, and the funny thing is the hurricane didn't hit us.
I know.
It was east of us. It hit New Orleans and all east. We sat here. We had worse weather the following week from just thunderstorm systems coming in than we had during the hurricane.
Wow.
Go figure.
So maybe that's the antidote. That's the antidote for you, so that you never have the get out there with. I love traveling through the South, because I don't know for sure if it's in Louisiana, but when I've traveled, I love Waffle Houses. Do you have Waffle Houses?
We have them everywhere.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
They don't have them out here, and
yeah, they have Denny's though, but it's not the same.
Right, not the same. Not the same. Not scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Anyway,
yeah,
but I mean, I've spent my whole life on the Gulf Coast between Texas to Florida. My mother had wandering feet. She never wanted to stay in the same place for long. We were always
that's my dad.
Yeah,
we did.
We were always moving back and forth, even if it was just across town. She would have to pick up and move. So,
well, she's just a woman that wanted to see different parts of, even when you,
she had an insatiable curiosity for things, and
that's wonderful.
And no education. I think I think she went back years later and got a GED from high school, but I mean, she functioned pretty much on a 10th grade education.
Good
raised
for her.
2 kids by herself. Got us both through college, and myself and my brother, and I really miss her.
I bet you do. Oh no, I bet you do. My mom died when I was 33, which was 33 years ago. That's a long time to not have your mom. Yeah. But
that's like my husband passed. My husband passed the night before our son's 17th birthday.
Oh my God.
So February is a difficult month for us, because February 2nd was a date that I got hurt in the original accident. It's the date my husband died, and then February 3rd is my son's birthday. So we kind of do this roller coaster thing the first week of February.
No, I have that but I have it in April. My mother died in April, and then my dogs died, and that's why I got April Joy. So I understand.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love April Joy. She's a sweetie pie.
She's a little devil, but
we have dogs. Yeah, we have a big dog. We have a little dog.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So yes, Suzanne Fortier says she just subscribed to your channel, so now you're going to have more stuff up. Yes,
great.
Go over to Voices from the Swamp and sign up.
I don't have anything on there much yet. I have
but it's a start.
Couple of vids of my son playing his guitar.
That's all right. Just Katie says her month is May.
You can see in the background there his guitar on the wall. So with his hat and his pictures, and
that's cool.
Where did you go, Lewis? I don't know where he went. Come get the picture. He's painting a picture for me to use as a thumbnail for my channel.
Good.
And walk across the room and get it. Nobody cares. He looks so much like his daddy, it flips me out sometimes. Okay.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
Yeah. You just cover me up. That's all right.
Yeah. Like I said,
awesome. I love that. You're painting that yourself,
it's
Lewis?
A work in progress.
Yes, he's painting that himself.
But
wow,
he's got
very talented.
If the camera wasn't attached to the computer, I'd like pan it around the room, because his walls are all of his paintings. And Oh,
Yeah.
look, he's going to do it now.
He's gonna do it. There you go.
There's some of his paintings up there.
Oh,
Can't really see the
beautiful.
other ones that well, just because the lighting.
Yeah,
Oh, I
my
thought it maybe
favorite.
was because it was nudes or something. Okay.
No, he paints lots of
Lots of
abstract and
scenes. Yeah. Awesome.
he's got one that he did of a phoenix and one of a dragon, which he has matching
Excellent.
tattoos on his arm from when he was in the Navy. And
Okay.
he's got one of a cherry blossom tree that's up above my head right there. And,
Wonderful.
he's just very talented. I can't draw stick
He
people,
is talented. I can see. Yeah.
He can draw, he can paint, he can play music, sing.
Mr. Creative.
Yeah. It's
That's
not me.
awesome.
I played sports. His dad played sports. Neither one of us were creative.
Well,
We were
you
the
have
two
some
sports-
creativity, Shari, because you're sharing on your, you're a voice from the swamp now, so you have.
There
it
we go. There we go. Now I'm going to find out what gifts do I have and
What
how
gifts
creative
do I
can I
have?
get with
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's my big question right now is trying to
It is.
figure out
Figure your gifts.
do I have. Medium Kim did like a little mini reading on me one day through chat and said something about, she saw lots of blue and lots of healing energy. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe that means I'm a healer, but I'm not quite sure how to go with that, and
Well, the
I've
thing
had
is
other
that,
people in the past tell me I was a medium, but it's like,
okay.
I don't see or hear dead people. So
Okay.
I don't know how that would work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe they're just waiting for me to get in the right headspace.
That's
open up for
possible,
it.
but they say that a lot of people who are wounded healers, and they can heal other people. And you certainly have had the practice of being wounded, maybe not spiritually, but I'm sure
Isn't that the truth?
it broke you in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
spiritually too, and physically.
Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe what it is you could try the Reiki, or you could try something like that, and you never know.
I've been feeling a really strong pull for oracle cards. I've been
There
kind
you
of
go.
shopping online.
Yeah.
I haven't found a deck yet that's kind of jumped out at
Calling
me and
you.
said,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
it. This is the one.
Yeah.
So I'm
Good.
still kind of
You
scanning
will.
through.
It was
Look
like
at my
me with
Indian.
it's like me with this. You might
My
like
picture of my
these.
Indian guides.
You
I
might
wanted to
like
show-
this if you like Indians. This is
Oh,
really
yeah.
a Native American one.
I have
This one just screamed at me. Yeah.
Oh, cool. I have a picture. It was a calendar page. It was actual artwork from one of the reservations when I lived in Phoenix.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
and
wow.
the first time I saw that picture and the calendar, it just literally leapt off the page and grabbed me by the throat.
yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
spirit guides. Those are spirit
Absolutely.
guides. And
Absolutely.
I just loved that picture. Well, when the year wound out, my mom took the picture out of the calendar. I didn't know this. She took it down to work. She worked at Joann's, and she had it matted and framed in that frame for me and gave it to me as a gift. So those are my Indians. I keep
They're
them
beautiful.
close. I
They're
keep them
beautiful.
close.
Yeah.
You wanted to
I
say hi.
resonate
Oh,
real with
that's our little boy.
Oh, hello, baby.
Make his
How are
debut.
you?
Yeah,
Hi.
he's a dorky.
He's adorable.
He's a dorky.
Oh,
a
he is?
Dachshund and Yorkie
A dachshund
mix.
and a Yorkie?
Yeah, so that makes him a dorky.
A dorky. That's
and
funny.
he's loud. He barks all the time.
He's a busy guy. What's his name?
Kane.
Okay.
Kane, Mr. Kane, Caney Bear.
Okay.
Variations of the same, but his actual name is just Kane.
Kane.
And, he's my son's dog. That's his baby. And,
That's his baby.
that's
So
his baby.
Katie says she started with Oracle cards too, and that's what I only use really is Oracle cards. I'm actually going into doing more tarot, but
as I've watched you and some of the others, and I think the first person I saw using an Oracle card was Diane from Diane's Tarot. And I was, and she was like, she would pull 3 of them and, the different meanings. And I looked at it and I thought, well, that's really unique. That's not really exactly like tarot, but at the same time it is, but it's more of a soul thing. How it is.
Yeah. And it's very intuitive, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've just been feeling a call for oracles. And so
good.
I've
I
started
hope you
shopping
find the
around
one you want. Yeah. Yep.
and
And you will. You'll find the one that
yeah,
fits your
as
life.
with most things in my life, when it's right for me, it literally jumps
Falls
off the
in your lap.
page at me and grabs me by the throat. I literally feel it grab me by the throat.
Oh
and
my
say,
goodness.
"Go."
See,
And
you're more talented than you think you are. You
I
have,
guess
yeah, you are.
I try.
Uh-huh.
I'm not always successful, but I try. And
All right. So, were you on YouTube before 45, or did you come because of 45?
a
Or
little bit. No, I was on before
okay.
the menace arrived. I actually, I think I got onto YouTube about the time that President Obama ran the first time.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it was right around that time I discovered like Rachel Maddow, who was still doing radio. She wasn't even on MSNBC yet. And several others. And I started listening to them and just kind of trying to understand all of the vitriol and the anger.
Yeah.
Because President Obama was running and all of the nonsense about, well, he's black. And I'm like, yeah, well, he's half white too. So what's the big deal?
And he's Muslim. That was the other thing, right?
Yeah, that was the other thing. But it's like he's the perfect example of America. He's half.
He really is.
That mushed together, and there he is.
Yes.
So,
that's the way I felt.
And that's basically when I walked away from the church. I was involved in churches and stuff at the time, and just the ugliness I saw coming out of people. Yeah, just really, it broke my heart. Is what it did. Yep. I just didn't understand it. And I just kind of pulled away from it and kind of walked away from it all. But I still felt that spiritual draw.
Right.
I just didn't
want to give up completely. And no spiritual.
I didn't know how to go about voicing it or expressing it.
Right.
And then years later, here comes the menace, and it's like, oh my God, what had people done? I literally was physically ill for like a week after the election.
I think I was crying and crying.
Oh yeah, but I mean physically, like
Yep, it made you sick.
Stomach, it made me sick, sick as a dog.
Yep.
Sorry, my medication makes me really dry mouth.
I always am drinking water.
But yeah, and then my mom had developed dementia, and she passed in 2019. And then within 6 months, not even that long, 7 months after she died is when the shutdown happened.
Okay.
And so it was like a double, triple whammy on me,
Sure.
Just boom, 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 boom. Everything kind of happened at once. And I went back to just scanning YouTube, trying to figure out. I mean, I was one of the lucky ones. I still kept working. My boss sent a computer home with me and said, transfer calls to your cell phone, and here's a computer, take it home, and you can just do it remote. And so I never lost my income. Thank the good Lord above. And, and it kept me busy, but it was still, it was a lot. You're not going anywhere. You're not seeing anybody.
Right.
And one weekend I was on YouTube just kind of channel surfing, and Diane's tarot popped up on my feed. And I thought, political tarot reader? I've never heard of that. And so I watched it. And I was just struck by what she was talking about. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know this even existed. It just blew me away.
Right.
And then from her, I found Linda G. And then from Linda G, I found Sheila Celtic Tarot. And then from there, it just kind of
exploded.
Boom, exploded on me. And
yes.
Now it's like I watch everybody, when I can at work. I'll have my headphones on, my earbuds in at work, and I've got it running. Somebody's somewhere, I'm either watching a replay or catching a live if I get lucky. So
that's awesome.
It was just it brought me into a community that I had been missing, and that was that unshakable faith of just love and caring and kindness.
Yes.
It still blows me away just how loving and kind everyone is.
No, it blows
in
me
this
away
community.
as well.
You
Yep.
know, it's
Mhm.
from someone who came out of what was supposed to be a loving and kind community that
Mhm.
turned into a monster in front of my eyes.
Right.
And then to fall into this years later, it was like, wow, this is what I've been looking for, you know.
Yeah.
And then slowly getting to know people, and you know, you got certain chat buddies that you kind of
Yeah.
talk extra to, and
Absolutely.
everything. And it was really my salvation in a lot of respects. It
Yes.
kind of pulled me out of that deep dark funk I was in, because you know I just lost my mom, and then we were
Mhm.
all shut down and locked up, and
That's right.
you know everything kind of happened all together, and I got really depressed. I mean, it was hard.
Yeah, as you
I'm a
should have. I mean,
Gemini.
that's
I'm
many
used to
of us
going
doing
nonstop,
stuff.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
And
No, I understand. Well, you lost your husband, then you lost your mom, and then you
yeah,
basically you didn't lose your job, but you lost your connection to talking with people in person.
and
And
one of the
so, yeah.
best things I love about my job is the students.
Oh, sure. I understand.
Because being in
Yeah.
computer science, we have students from around the world. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I have students from Russia, from Iran, from China, from
Uh-huh.
India, from Turkey, and I mean, just all over the globe.
It's like a
And
United Nations, isn't it?
it very
Yeah.
much is. And I
Yeah.
love having conversations with them, because I always hit them with, tell me about your culture.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
How is your culture different than what is stereotypically known about your culture?
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
because it
Uh-huh.
depends on where they are in their country, where
Mhm.
they're located, as to how, just like with our country, as to how
Right. That's
culture
true.
is affected. And it's just
Mhm.
so interesting to me. I've always been fascinated by that. So
One of the things I remember one of my Afghanistan students told me, he had come over probably in the late 2000, like 2009 or 10. And I was asking everybody to talk about different cultural games or cultural information. And he told me about this game in Afghanistan where you're on a horseback and you're pretty much picking up and throwing a dead goat. And whoever gets the goat honest to God, I had tears rolling down my face.
Oh my God.
And this
Dead
is like
goat.
one of their big game things to do, And I'm thinking, we have some weird stuff here, but we don't have dead goats that we're whipping
wow,
through.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cajun culture, we have a boucherie every year for
Mhm.
Mardi Gras, which is where the whole community gets together and they have chicken chase, where you
Uh-huh.
chase chickens in the yard, and pigs. You get
Uh-huh.
oiled up, or the pig gets oiled up, and you have to chase the pig. And then once they catch all the meat, then they cook it and make big gumbos and stuff. And
Oh, for heaven's
and it's a
sake.
big community eat. And
It's a big
that's
deal.
kind of the originality of Mardi Gras, so to speak.
Sure.
It
Sure.
just kind of developed into this other thing. But
Uh-huh. Yeah.
where I'm at is Mardi Gras here is just as big as it is in
Is
New
it really?
Orleans.
Oh, I didn't
Oh
know
yeah.
that. Yeah.
A lot of people say we have a better Mardi Gras here in Lafayette than they do there, because
Okay.
it's more family oriented.
More family. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. My daughter went as a college freshman to Mardi Gras, and the stories she told me were, unbelievable. But it was all part of the college
Yeah,
experience.
NOLA is a force unto itself, and there's nothing quite like it.
Yeah.
I love it and hate it all at the same time.
Yeah, it's not my cup of tea for some reason. I
yeah.
just don't care for it. I always thought Lafayette. I've been to Lafayette because I lived in Houston, and so I came
okay,
through.
yeah, I've lived there too.
Uh-huh.
But Lafayette is, I think, because we're a university town.
Yeah,
we have a little bit more of a diversity amongst just the people. You can walk into any grocery store and can see someone from cutoffs and a holy t-shirt to a full burqa, depending on the proximity to the university, which is really kind of cool.
It is great. Think of the culture that's there.
I've not really heard of any real big issues cultural wise. I think because the Cajun people are a lot more open-minded than people give them credit for,
I agree.
and a lot more accepting of other people's cultures. Every year in the spring, we have a big Holi festival, which is Hindu from India. A large group of Indian people, professors, students, and whatnot that are here. They got the ball rolling about 10 years ago to do a Holi festival in the park. And now it's like just as big as
A
all
big
the
deal.
other festivals we
Yeah.
do.
That's
This
awesome.
is Louisiana. We have a festival every weekend somewhere in the state, except during Lent. That's the only time that there's no festivals. But
Wow.
so yeah, but I mean, it's just fun how you see
Sure. Yeah.
all walks of life out there enjoying somebody else's.
Yeah. So does Lafayette have a big crawfish festival as well?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Crawfish and frog legs and you name it, they got a festival for it. I can't even begin to name all of them.
I know that they did definitely in Houston. So
I mean, it may not be directly in Lafayette. It might be in one of the smaller communities around us. But yeah, there's something. Except during Lent, there is a festival every weekend somewhere in this state. Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's cool.
Yeah, which makes it kind of fun because most of the festivals are free. They're outdoors. You're not paying anything. Maybe paying to go park, or something. But
so there's no requirement for people to be necessarily well-to-do in order to pay to get in. It's just there for everyone.
Exactly.
That's really nice.
And
that's really nice.
Exactly.
So you told us where you started with Diane and with Linda, and then others. What kind? And you also sort of mentioned the kind of sustenance that you found in this time in this community. In other words, people were kind, people were compassionate, and that wasn't the case in your experience prior when you kind of walked away from the church.
Right.
Yeah. So,
well, I had been a non-practicing Catholic for years.
Okay.
And then when my son started first grade, second grade, I don't remember which, he went to church with a neighbor kid and then came home and informed his daddy and I that we should go to church every Sunday.
Oh dear.
And so we were like, okay. And so we my husband refused to go to a Catholic church for reasons I'm not even going to get into. But he said, well, look, there's a little Baptist church right around the corner. We'll go there. And so we went there, and that I became very involved with the Southern Baptist Association, and I call it a cult now, but I hope people don't hold that against me, but it's just like,
I know
these people are crazy.
I think about that. I think about that church in Oklahoma, the Southern Baptist Church that protests gay people's funerals and things like that.
Yes.
I mean, it isn't even that big, but it's just so brought out all the time.
Yeah. Oh, they have a big Apollo ball here every year for the gay community at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
They have a big one. And my mom used to work with a young man that was part of the, I guess, the courtship leadership that would put it on every year. And so she would get tickets every year to go for free. So that was her thing. She'd get one of her girlfriends to go with her and, and leave your husband at home. Come with me. We're going to go to the ball.
We'll have more fun without him.
Yeah, we'll have more fun without him. So, and
that's great.
So, yeah, she used to go every year. She enjoyed it. But I mean, my mom was probably considered the black sheep of the family because she was very liberated, very progressive.
Good for her.
Like I said, she raised 2 kids by herself. She was.
You'd have to almost be that way.
I remember stuffing bags and flyers with whistles for NOW and the ERA and going on marches and all that stuff when I was a kid because she was involved in all of that stuff.
Wow, that's cool.
In Beaumont, Texas, she helped start the Rape Crisis Center there.
Good for her.
A fellow police officer's wife was attacked.
Wow.
And of course, the police department was just beside themselves that it happened to one of their own. And she was good friends with one of the detectives. And she got with him and she said, we need to do something about it. And so they started the ball rolling on getting a rape crisis center started.
That's
I'm
fabulous.
assuming it's still there. I don't
Yeah.
know. I haven't been back to Beaumont in a while, but
What a great legacy that your mother left. Really,
yeah.
that's really quite extraordinary.
She's hard to live up to. I mean, she
Yeah,
just
I know. We don't have to. We don't have to live up to anybody but ourselves.
No,
Just
that's
remember
true.
that.
And she was. I mean,
Yeah.
She always pushed my brother and I to do what you love.
Do what you love.
If you do what you
So
love,
yeah.
then you're gonna. I mean, because she sewed, she could sew anything. She quilted, and
Wow.
later on, she took up quilting, and then started teaching classes on how to quilt, like beginner classes. You know, how to measure it, and what does this mean, and how do you put pieces together and find the colors together. And she did all that stuff. I can't thread a needle.
I know. We all have our own
don't sew at all.
Yeah.
So,
we all have our own talents.
That's it.
Great.
I was strictly a sports person. I played ball, you know.
There you go. That's we have to have those people too.
That's it. So
how has communities like the Tarot Love community helped you? Have you been able to find resources there or new people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
good.
Just the interaction of people in the chat. Just, it's like after you've been going into several, after a couple of weeks, you start feeling like you know people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I agree.
And like you've developed a real friendship or something. My eyes are tearing up again. And it's like having a pen pal buddy. Like we used to do when I was a kid,
Yes.
You do these long pen pal letters, except now it's little short phrases in the chat room, but you feel like you know people.
Right.
And
or connecting on Facebook or somewhere else as well, I would imagine.
Exactly. Yeah. On Messenger, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. That kind of thing. And it's just nice to know that if I'm feeling kind of down in the dumps, there's almost always somebody that's running a live stream. I can go pop in the chat.
Very true.
And there's one or two people I know that's in the chat that I can at least kind of talk to a little bit, and it just kind of bring you back up
nice
again.
Feeling. Yeah. I know when I go to watch other channels myself, I see you guys all there, and it's like, we try as readers or just channel people to support the other people's channels, because everybody's got something to say and everybody's got a different way of saying it. So it's so much fun. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's what's so fun about it. And just, it's like with Lisa and Sharon on Nasty Women Tarot. I stumbled across them, and I guess I've been watching them for about a month or so, when one evening it was kind of a slow evening and Lisa was in a mood and she started throwing wrenches. Next thing I knew, I got wrenched. She's like, the ball's in your court, baby. Go
That's
for it.
That's right.
Like,
I think I was there too, because I got a wrench that night too. She was throwing everybody.
She was throwing everybody. She was knocking it all out. And then the next thing I knew is I would go into other rooms, a week, 2 weeks later, all of a sudden I'm blue and I got a wrench by my name.
You got a wrench. Yeah.
Did I get wrenched in this room? I don't remember that. I think it's kind of cool, because
it is cool.
Like, okay, they feel comfortable enough that they that they're gonna.
They know that you can take
this little bit of responsibility.
That's right.
And I still say Ron should do a video series.
I really believe
what a mod does.
That's right. I've been trying to convince him. Thank you, Shari. Thank you. Because he and Sharon Sipe are on so many channels.
Oh yeah.
From the very beginning of my time here, and I'm amazed.
Jump on trolls and get things.
They do.
And it's like, before I even have time to process that there's a troll, they've already got them knocked out.
They've already got rid of them.
Excluded.
That's right. They're really good at it. They are.
They move fast.
So Lisa Yeager wants you to know that you're one of my favorites that I talk to in the chat.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. You too. I feel the same way.
Yeah.
There's so many that I talk with, and it's just nice to see them in the chat, and you're like,
you're
like,
and
wow,
Chris Wicken says,
here,
it's funny to see you over there on the other side of the chat. Yay.
It feels a little weird, I have to admit. To not be in there with my fingers going 90 miles an hour. Or if I'm on my phone trying to find the button that I want. I don't chat very much if I'm watching on my phone because I can't ever hit the right buttons. You know?
Yep, understand. So Becca is here. She's in the UK, and she's going to come on the channel soon and talk to us. And so, you know,
great.
we're always looking
Hi,
for
Becca.
these. Yeah, we're always looking for some wonderful folks to talk to. But
yeah, I love listening to Lena Rodriguez.
Oh
over in
yeah,
Australia, and
mm-hmm.
What's her name? The other lady in Australia.
Footprint. Oh, and well, there's Marianne, but there's also Footprint. Footprint Terror.
And Footprint.
Funny. Yeah.
And
good, Becca. I'm glad you're coming.
And I like I was watching Twig Brother.
Yes. Isn't he adorable?
He is so precious.
Him. Yes.
And I'm so glad he's doing better. I was really worried. I was really worried.
That's the other thing. We send a lot of love and light to people, you know, as a community. And I've heard so many good things about that. I've heard things back that say, you know, so-and-so is off a ventilator, or so-and-so is feeling better, or they're going home, or whatever it is, just to give support to them as well, which is really sweet.
So, and I know I try to reach out to the caregivers. Because as a caregiver for my mom for the last 10 years of her life, I don't think people realize how much it takes out of you. Being the one that's 24/7 on call. I would not have been able to do it without. My son got out of the Navy. He moved back home. He moved in with me. He took care of Mama during the day while I worked. I took her at night. And then my brother and his son moved in with us, and we kind of tag teamed it, you know, up until the last 2 months.
It is. It's I can't even imagine what that was like.
It is, because you're, it's like having a full-grown infant. Because you're having to bathe them and dress them and clean them when they have an accident in their britches, you know, and change the diaper, and you know, as the dementia and Alzheimer's is such a horrible disease, because it just strips so much from you, you know. I mean,
of course,
not just the memories, but the ability to blow your nose. She literally went from one day to the next, couldn't remember how to blow her nose.
Oh my goodness.
And couldn't get her to understand how to blow her nose.
Right.
Something as trivial as that. And
it's just the small things that you don't even realize that you lose. That's very true. That's very
true. I know we had kind of made it a ritual. Every Sunday I would sit with her and soak her feet and give her a pedicure. Because the calluses and the corns would build up on her feet really bad.
Sure.
And she couldn't take care of it herself anymore. So that was kind of what we sort of did, you know, the two of us. And which there were weeks when it was such a pain in the butt to do.
I know. I can't imagine. I really can't.
But you do it because
you're an angel on earth, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's why I always try to find the caregivers. I try to tell them, you know, hang in there. We know what it's like. It's not easy.
Absolutely. And they need to be applauded for what they do. Honestly.
Oh yeah. It's like I never would have made it through without my son.
Right.
You know, he took the bulwark of it, of taking care of her during the day. You know, and that was entertaining her, feeding her, cleaning her, changing her diapers. You know, she, you know, as she progressed, if she just bumped herself, she would tear, the skin would tear. And
I believe that. Yeah. It gets very thin.
Very thin. And so, yeah, I mean, he kind of kept my sanity together during that time.
I bet he did.
And
I bet he did.
Hopefully I kept his.
It's wonderful that you have such a sweet son. Yeah, that's great. So I just want to say, Pure Visionary is going to be coming on soon. She's going to introduce herself, and I want to say hi to Isadora.
Hello.
Yes, and Edison, welcome.
And I see Chris and Suzanne.
Suzanne. Yep. I don't want to. I don't want anybody to think we don't care that you're here, because we do. So thank you for
Oh
being
yeah,
here.
I just forget
Yeah.
to look up at the other screen.
No, it's okay. No, it's not your
I
fault.
don't have my glasses on, so I can't see what's down here. So my son's with us
Sherry, Melinda
on
wants
the
to know if
TV.
you know of Foolish Tarot. Foolish Tarot?
Foolish Tarot.
I've not heard of Foolish. No.
That kind of rings a bell.
Rings a bell?
Maybe I came. Maybe I.
It
came
isn't
across
Footprint Tarot that you're talking about, Melinda, with Chrissy? I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
No.
I'll
All right.
go look and find
Go
out.
look. So
The
do you
minute I hear
recommend
one of them talk about somebody new they saw,
somebody new?
I will
then you
immediately
check
go
it out.
click over on it and check it.
That's awesome. That's
and
really
just to see.
we appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you do you recommend anybody in particular to watch? Would you like to, or do you feel like you might leave
I would
people
be
out?
afraid I would leave somebody out.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I watch Debbie, Freebird Spirit,
Oh yeah,
Diane. I watch Linda G, of course. Who doesn't watch Linda G?
she's the goddess.
Sheila Celtic Tarot.
Mhm.
The other Sheila, I can't remember.
Oh,
now the
Inquisitive.
rest of her
Yeah,
Inquisitive Tarot. I went
Yep.
blank.
that's okay.
And
Oh, Melinda
there's
said she
Jen,
has
and there's
Susan.
Susan Lynn, and
Yeah.
you,
Kim.
and
Kim. Yeah.
there's Twig Brother, there's Ron. There's
I know it
I'm
goes on and
sure
on, doesn't it? Yeah.
24 more that I just
Uh-huh.
not coming to the front of my brain right now.
Right.
And but I would say just, I mean, what I do is if somebody new I run into or somebody mentions someone new, I'll go and listen to a few episodes.
Yeah. See if you connect.
And
Yeah.
just see if it's someone that I connect with.
Mhm.
And then I'll, if it's
Yeah.
somebody that I connect with, I go back for more, but I'll
Look who's
subscribe
here.
and
Oh my goodness. With Red Lentil is here. That's great.
Hi,
Isn't
Adrian.
that great? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I love watching her. She cracks me up.
And she cracked you up. She's
She and
great.
Johnny.
She's
they
got
just
beautiful
crack me up.
energy. She really
Oh
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so yes, Pure Visionary is going to be seeing me tomorrow. And
All
her
right.
name is Terry. And so yeah. So that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks, Adrian. So what are you in need of? Are you in need of anything in particular from this community? Are you finding what you need? Is there something that we could help you with?
You can always send money. No, I'm teasing.
Hey, I love your honesty, Shari.
There you go. A car.
Car, yeah.
No, I have an old beat up car. It still runs. So I don't complain. And as long as it's going, I'm good to go. And which has been a little tricky the last couple of weeks because my brother's car went out. So we're now down to one car with
yeah,
with all of us going in different directions.
Directions. Yeah.
That's right. We manage. We always manage.
Well,
but
let's
other than
put
that,
it out
no,
there that
I mean, there's
Shari
nothing
needs
really,
a new car, or a new car to her. It doesn't have to be new. Just a new car.
It doesn't have to be brand new. I would.
That's right.
Anything. Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be.
But not. I mean, my biggest thing is just as I try to feel my way through this, figure out what my gifts are. What's the best way that I can serve, and maybe help somebody else.
Understood.
Is how I look at it. And that's and I know that just takes time.
It
I
does.
mean, I've got my channel. I don't really have much on it yet, but slowly gonna start adding things. Actually, I'm getting gravelly again. Actually, my son and I were talking earlier about maybe doing something together.
Yeah,
and
I could see that. Very creative.
Yeah, I could use the creative influence from him. He's got all the creative genes.
You might be able to make some oracle cards out of his pictures.
there's a thought. I've thought of that. I just haven't hit him with it yet.
I understood.
Gonna
Gonna put him to
he's like,
work.
What am I getting roped into over here?
yeah, he's over here going, no.
No, I don't want to do that. Okay.
But yeah, I have when I do any of my rituals that involve incense or anything, I have to do it outside.
Right.
My brother's very allergic to incense smoke.
Uh-huh.
And so we have a little table out there. He's going to paint for me and put like the astrological signs on it. And
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So I kind of have a place I can
Sure.
go put my burners and everything and go sit and do my little rituals. The new place we moved into back in August, we have like a private patio area,
Oh,
which
okay.
is really nice. So
I bet. Yeah.
now I can sit outside and it's a little bit more private. It's not
Sure.
just open for whoever walks by. And so that's kind of nice.
The
And,
other thing I'm thinking of is that, and this is just off the top of my head, when you started talking about the different things in Lafayette, and you did go out and tape, the hurricane to be or
Right.
whatever, but you could also go out and show us some places.
see, that's something that's been in the back of my head. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
And my son was teasing me earlier. He says, well, you are voices from the swamp.
That's
Maybe
right.
we should drive over to the swamp and we can go walk through
Maybe.
the swamp and film.
Show us an
I said-
alligator over there.
Yeah. No, I can do that at work.
Oh,
we
okay.
have our own swamp on campus.
Oh, you do?
They built a swamp on campus and with alligators and all.
Wow. Okay.
And every now and again, one of them breaks loose and you'll see an alligator trucking down the sidewalk with the
Oh, for
students.
heaven's sakes. That's a
You know,
riot.
it's hilarious,
I bet it is.
The
And they
squirrels
can
will
run
up.
really
Oh, yeah,
fast.
they can run.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I fought one for my purse one day. He
Uh-huh.
came up out of the water and grabbed the handle on my purse. I grabbed the other end. And we had a tug of war.
I bet you did.
He kept the handle. I kept the purse. So
Okay. It was
by
a pretty
that
good
time-
trade. Yeah.
somebody else had run up. One of the maintenance people that take care of the swamp had run in and to get them herded back into the water.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they've got fences around it, but
Yeah.
every
They
now
can-
and again
They can come up over a fence. I
Yeah.
couldn't have believed, unless I saw it, I would never have believed it.
They can
And
climb
even
trees.
a like a chain link fence, they
Yeah,
can come up
yeah.
over. Oh,
And
just
depending
creepy.
on the tree, they can climb trees.
Yeah.
But we have alligators, we have turtles, we have ducks, and all kinds of
Uh-huh.
stuff there. And so we have our own little swamp on campus,
wow.
which is kind of cool because
It is. Yeah.
if you ever want to just like kind of veg out on nature, I can go take a stroll over to the swamp and just
There you
sit.
go.
And I'm kind of right there in it, And of course,
As long as you keep your eyes open, because you don't want to wake up in the belly of an alligator.
yeah, that's the truth. And we have those big old huge live oak trees.
Yep.
Several that are in the historical society. They're so old. So I mean, it's a beautiful campus we have. And they work really hard at keeping it maintained, keeping it nice,
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of, when I went back to college 15 years after high school, this was the college I went to. So I got my degree from here and now I work there. So it's kind of neat,
That is neat. Yeah.
So it's like that. Now I'm working where I got my degree.
It's home again. You came
It
home
is.
again. Yeah.
In a
That's
lot of
really
ways.
wonderful. Yeah.
And,
Well, is there anything else you want to say to anybody, the chat or anything else?
just hello.
Just hello.
Thanks
Okay.
for putting up with my weird moods. Sometimes I can.
Oh God,
I
you're
can
perfect.
definitely. I can definitely go around the bend sometime. Just
We
ask
all
Lisa and Sharon about that. I've had them in stitches a few times. Sometimes I tend to speak before I think. And the things that pop out of my mouth, I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But once everyone stops laughing, they're like, no, you're good. You're good.
You're good. You're fine. Especially on Nasty Women, they pretty much get away with whatever.
Anything goes. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. It's pretty assured that you'll be okay there. Yeah.
That's one of the things I love about them.
I know, aren't they great? They
Is I
really
can
are.
let that oddity in myself
That side out, right? I
and
feel
I
the
don't have
same
to
way.
worry about offending anybody.
Right. Yeah. No, I feel the same way. You know, we all have different sides to ourselves, and sometimes it's
Yeah,
just
that's
fun to
very
be
true.
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's very true. It just depends on your mood and
Yeah.
what you're looking for, and
Yeah.
that's
And who
one of
you're
the
with
things I love.
sometimes. Yeah.
And who you're
Mhm.
with. That's one of the things I love about this community. I love the fact that Renee did that tarot love community,
Yes,
you know, to kind of help link everybody
it
where
did.
you can go to one spot and you can kind of scroll through and see who does
See
what
all
or
those
who
people
teaches
that you
what.
see in the chat. Yeah. And make new
Exactly.
friends. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Absolutely.
it's just been the openness and the willingness of people to just take you as you are.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
been the biggest thing that's meant the
I
most
agree.
to me.
No, I agree.
And just accept you as you are. I mean,
No judgment. Yeah.
I can pop up and say, well, I got a channel, but I haven't really done anything with it. And the next day I had like 40 subscribers. And I was like, how did that happen? Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
And that was because of Scott from Scott Allen Essence. He was a guest on the show when we were, they're interactive in chat. And I
Yeah.
said, yeah, I got a channel, but I haven't done anything with it. And he says, oh, everybody go over to Shari and sign up. And they did. And I didn't expect that.
See?
Especially
Just a
since
few
nothing was on
words.
it. So
Just a few words can make
just a few
matter.
words. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Wow. Well, Shari, God bless you. And thank you for being on here and part of this
Thank
series.
you.
We really all love you. And
Well,
you
I
can
love
come back
everybody on
anytime you
here.
want, girlfriend. You come back
Oh, thank
anytime.
you. Anytime you need a fill-in, just holler.
All
I'll
right,
jump
we'll
in.
do. All
So,
right.
I
Sounds
don't
good.
read cards, but I can talk.
That's right. You can tell stories.
So
That's
I can tell
right.
stories. So that's
Okay.
it. One
Thanks,
story
everybody.
at a time.
Yeah.
Bye,
Thanks,
y'all.
everybody. Yeah. Thank you so much for being